We might be looking a little different, but one thing has not changed. Our ability to not do this right.
Let's go. I'm hyped.
Do it.
I really want to drink this. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Know Nothing Show.
It's a whole new world
Oh,
around here. It's a whole new world around here.
It
I know you guys
is.
can't see
Oh
it.
my
I
gosh.
know you guys can't. It looks the same to you. Maybe not. Maybe
Maybe it looks a little better.
Maybe we're in super.
Maybe it looks a little worse.
Yeah, I have no
We
idea.
know nothing. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
We
but
do
you're
know
right.
nothing. That's
we
why
do.
that's-
We do know nothing.
But we got some new equipment, some new gear.
We're
We're moving up in the world.
Moving on up.
So with that being said, like and subscribe. Help us continue to grow because we've grown a great deal
Absolutely.
in the past 2 years. Taken a huge step, gotten new cameras.
Oh yeah, it's
And
great.
that's how we know we're moving forward. So,
The only direction
to
we have
show
ever
some
moved,
support.
Yeah, the only direction we have moved is up.
yep.
So
And that's the only
thank
direction
you,
we're going to go in.
thank you everybody. Moving on to this delicious deal here.
I'm going to drink this so fast.
Me too.
Bosque
so fast.
Bosque rarely misses.
Bosque is so good.
Pickle down economics, we'll talk about on another day.
But there's a time.
there's-
Even that has a time and a place.
Yeah,
Right. And that's
100%.
the thing. So every beer is not for every occasion, but Bosque knows exactly. Hey, you drink this beer at this time, you are gonna love it.
Yeah.
This is
Scotia.
the Bosque Scotia. It's so good. It is stronger than I think a lot of people would enjoy. Like a lot of
Yes.
normal drinkers would enjoy.
This is very far from your light beer that the majority of
this
people
is
drink.
not a light. You don't drink 12 of these, guys.
You can't.
You can't. No, you can't. You cannot.
Drinking a little too much in a short amount of time.
It's okay. We're gonna
So
need.
would you call this a summer beer? I don't know. This is a
It's probably more
fall
folly.
beer?
I like these for summer nights. I like these.
on a cool night.
Yeah, it's a.
So it can
is-
be during
To me,
summer.
it is a summer fire pit beer.
Yes, there you go. That's what it is.
That's
Yeah.
why I enjoy these. Not on a cookout. You don't drink this at a cookout.
You don't drink this, I feel like, during a game either.
No,
Like,
no.
this is not the beer
No.
you're drinking
You don't
Sunday
cheer.
afternoon. And
No.
you're like, yeah, like, no.
When like beers that are strong like this, you drink one of, maybe two. It's like you're almost like drinking it to relax.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking by the fire.
This is what you end the night with. This is
Oh
not
yeah,
what
you're
start
just
the
you're
night
just relaxing. This is the relax beer. You drink it and you relax
Bosque.
by the fire.
with. Thank you, guys. This one is
No, this is
top notch.
one
Like,
of my
this is
favorites.
One of the best.
One of my favorites. And I don't give them enough credit. I don't drink that. They need to be in my fridge at all times.
Yes, 100%.
And I hate that I don't just have one of these on standby.
I bet you will now, though.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's
Bet
no reason
you
it should
will
not be.
Now.
So Bosque, this is amazing.
Thank you, guys.
This
Thank
beer
you.
to me, just so everyone knows, it is strong. There's a little
Yes.
Scotch flavor in here. That's the
Yes.
Scotia part of this whole deal.
So
It
we're at
is,
8.5%
but
on this day.
not bitter. This
No,
is
no,
a
no.
smooth beer. It's a strong, smooth beer, and obviously you can see it's a little darker.
Gorgeous color,
Yeah,
though. Like
so beautiful.
like that you could put into a Scotch glass and nobody
Yes,
would
no
would
one
know.
would. No, it
it's
is
gorgeous.
delicious. So beware, little strong,
Yeah.
but smooth, guys. You could
we're-
easily try this.
Where are you going rating on this?
Oh, I'm a 9.
You're a 9?
Yeah, I'm a
No
9.
9.5? But that's, I mean, that's,
Yeah, you know what? I mean, for a winter, if you ask
mean-
me in the winter, I'd probably give it a 9.5. I think
it's a 9. It's
yeah,
it's a
easy. It's an easy 9.
Yeah, it's a
You
9.
could argue
it's a
with
9
me
for
it's
sure.
a 9.5 for
Yeah.
sure, but it's an easy 9. I would have no issue explaining
Yeah.
why it's a 9. So
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right.
yeah,
Good to know.
9 for you, 9 for
9
me.
for me. Yep, 9 for me.
Amazing. All right, moving on.
We got back to the movies, you and me.
Finally, we
Yes.
get to the movies. We don't watch a lot of those together. Happy that you and I get to go out probably a few times this summer, actually.
It's starting this week. We'll get there.
We'll get to enjoy a couple of flicks together, but we went out and saw The Little Mermaid. I would like to also preface this with, we took my children.
Yep, we took the family.
Diego and I did not just go see The Little Mermaid.
We took
I don't know if
family.
that's an issue, but for those that are curious, there were not two grown men
I go
alone
to
in the movie
movies
theater.
alone 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And I don't know that
yeah.
I'm going to go into a kid's movie by myself and sitting in the corner. Like,
Yeah.
No.
Or in the middle of the
Yeah,
row.
or in the-
in the middle of the theater by yourself.
So we took the fam out.
We took the family. It was a family movie. We took the family.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
I'll go first. So,
Yeah. We needed this beer for this episode. I'm going to
Yeah.
also say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
whew, I mean, I feel like I have a lot to say about this.
You know, I think
I'll start.
Can I just
Yeah.
kick you off a little bit?
Yeah.
I think there is a lot to cover in this whole movie, and we could get super detailed
Yeah.
about all the craziness. But I just want to know one question. I just have one question before you before you put the critic hat on.
Yeah.
I just want to know: did you feel good watching this movie when you left the theater? Did it make you happy at all? Was it a good time for you?
See, so that's where I'm struggling
Okay.
because the answer is yes and no.
So you didn't leave the theater oh, that was good, or oh, that was
Well,
fun.
I couldn't decide. And,
It was oh,
and
okay.
here's why.
Okay.
Because I forgot what other movie I had said this about, but I went through moments of, this is great. Oh, this is okay. Oh, this is great again. Okay, cool. Now this is now it's back to good. Oh, okay. It was very back and forth for me.
Okay.
There was a lot that I really enjoyed, and then it lulled, and then it got good again.
Oh, okay.
And then it lulled, and then it got good again. So I don't know where I ended the movie on a lull or a high. I think for the most part I ended on a high.
Yeah.
Because now that you asked me that, I think leaving the theater, I was like, oh, cool. That was,
Yeah. Right when you
that was-
left. When you left the theater. Yeah.
I think leaving it, I'm like, that was a good Sunday afternoon.
Well, because a
that
lot of
was good.
times you think about it, right, and then
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, you're nitpicking as you're processing the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But that's why I was curious. Right when you were when you stood up out of your seat and you were walking out of the theater. I mean, for me, it was a high.
I think I felt good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because usually when I feel bad, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Really? I sat through that,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really have that feeling. So I'm gonna say it's good.
Okay.
And
All
I'm
right.
gonna I'll go quick. It's gonna suck because I want to explain every single point, and I really can't
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
don't have 2 hours to do
I
this.
know we could go.
But I'll say a couple things. I loved, and I told you this. I loved everything that was outside of the water.
Yes.
That was all my favorite part, which sucked because Halle Bailey didn't have a voice for any of that stuff. I'm all I wanted to do was hear her sing or talk the entire movie.
Yeah.
Because those parts were phenomenal, but the parts I loved most about the movie were her on land.
Okay.
So Ariel and the prince, everything they go through, loved all that stuff.
Okay.
The stuff in the water was fine. It wasn't magical for me.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
It was magical in the sense we have to do this because it's the Little Mermaid.
Yes.
And I didn't feel the Ariel and Prince Eric stuff as much in the animated movie, but I felt it here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I felt like the magic was with them.
Outside of the water.
Outside of the water
Yes.
when they're together.
Yes. Yeah.
Because in the water they're not together. They're
Right.
separated.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was fine.
That makes sense,
That
though.
was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I liked the magic of them being together.
Okay.
I liked that was more not the focus, but I could have seen a whole movie of them doing adventures on land.
Well, and that was probably on purpose.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the criticism of the original is how insane it is that she falls in love with someone in 3 days, right? A lot of that is insane. So I could see where when going back to revisit the story, they're going to go, okay, let's focus on.
And maybe they did. Maybe that's exactly what it was.
They're let's flesh out the relationship between these two, so that it's more believable, more magical, like you're saying.
I think maybe it was. I think it is. But it is hard to convince yourself that they fell in love with somebody not being able to speak. But
Okay.
but that is the magic part.
Yeah.
That is the magic
yeah.
of hey, she had to do a lot of talking with her face.
Yeah.
Like she had
Which is-
to,
which
and she
was
did a very
good,
good
yeah,
job of it.
which is great,
Like
yeah.
I knew what she was saying when she
Yes.
was like the way she would look and like just everything she had to do trying to communicate without having a voice.
Yeah.
She did a very good job of that.
Yeah, Halle Bailey really.
At the end of the movie, I was like, I mean, I probably would have fallen in love with her too. She's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
she's-
Like
yeah.
she just is. She sings really well.
Yeah.
She sang all the music was phenomenal. She did a good job. She was my
did.
favorite part of the movie.
Okay.
Again, there was nothing bad about the movie. Like there was nothing where I
Wow.
was like, oh my god, like
I do have. Well, I do
yeah,
have.
maybe bring it up.
I was gonna say I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one question for
Okay,
you, and then
okay.
I want you to elaborate if
Okay.
if I'm correct.
Okay, because again, I will say this. Maybe
Okay,
it's,
maybe
I don't
it's the
think
same thing.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
What percentage?
Okay. Okay, tell me, because you tell me first, and then I'll.
So
tell you.
it's not the same thing. This, and I've said this too many times this summer. This movie's way too long.
Oh.
This
okay.
movie's like a
Yeah, it
scotch
wasn't
too
that.
long. This is a kids movie. Kids shouldn't be squirming in the theater because they're
Oh.
like bored.
145 is
Like,
where you would have liked it.
145, 150.
Yeah.
It's too long. But go ahead with your
Yeah.
thing because I know that's not.
I wanted to ask you because this is the part I thought this was going to be the first thing you told me when we left the theater.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
What did you think about Aquafina?
Oh, so golly.
Yeah.
Again, Aquafina is just Aquafina all the time, and
Yes.
everything she does, she's just
Yes.
Aquafina. She was funny. Aquafina's a funny person.
Yeah, yeah.
Aquafina doesn't have to try to be funny. She just is.
Her voice is so
everything
distinct,
it is.
yeah.
She's just funny.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like she tries to be funny.
Right.
I'm like, you're already funny. Just be you.
Be Aquafina.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
She is growing on me, maybe just because I'm seeing her everywhere.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'm seeing her everywhere. I feel like.
I thought you were gonna have a problem with it,
Not really, but again, some of the stuff she did, I'm like, one of the songs she
like
sang,
over the top.
yeah
stuff,
Like
yeah.
she's like again trying. And I'm like, you're already funny.
Yeah.
Like as I don't want to go off on a tangent, but like as Zach Galifianakis, like doesn't have to try to be funny. Just
Yeah.
be who you are, and people are gonna laugh.
Yeah.
No, so she didn't bother me as much. Her
That's good.
voice is very distinct and high and.
I think of all
But
the
no.
characters she could have played, that was probably the right character to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
That was a good fit.
Yeah. But I mean, Halle Bailey was the best part of this movie, I think.
Oh,
which,
yeah. I
Which
think-
is great. Again, nothing in this movie like made me roll my eyes. Like, oh my gosh! Like
Okay.
I didn't really have that. But there were just some moments that like they just weren't entertaining for me.
I don't disagree
Like
with
if
you at
Halle
all.
Bailey
Yeah.
wasn't on screen, I just wasn't particularly entertained.
Yeah.
But again, for the most part, I don't have gripes about this movie. Like it was fine. It was, I mean, pretty much in line with other Disney live action movies. Probably a little bit better, I'd say.
Yeah, they're all
again-
in the same sort of tier.
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all-
But I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I had a good time.
That's good. That's good.
I had a good time.
Okay. You ready for me?
It was too long.
All right.
It was way.
I don't
too-
disagree.
It was way too
They
long.
and that's probably because
Like
they
kids movie, I shouldn't be like.
they did add some numbers,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
the new musical numbers, not all of them hit for me, right? So I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
if you cut one out, you would have made it, 3 minutes shorter. Here's what I think about this movie.
Mm.
I don't disagree with anything that you have said. So again, everything you said, copy paste over here.
Cool.
The problem that I have with this movie is a lot of the same problems I have with the story of The Little Mermaid to begin with, whether it's the animated movie or this live action version of the movie. I just, the villain is so not fleshed out in
even
this movie.
Think of that again. That was like a boring moment. I didn't even think about that.
It is. It is. It's because she is not a big. She's not even introduced in the beginning part of this movie, right? But it feels like the only reason Ursula is there, and again, this is the same thing in the animated movie. Okay, so I'm just talking about the Little Mermaid story.
Yeah.
They just bring her in to get Ariel onto land, right?
Yeah.
So there's really no fleshing out of the villain in this story whatsoever. Ursula, what's her name? Plays Ursula.
McCarthy?
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy. I mean, she basically does a caricature version of Ursula. She basically plays the same character, right, as Ursula. It was she watched it, they said do that, she gets on screen, she does that.
Yeah.
And so it's very big, very over the top, very just out and open, and it's too much. It wasn't, again, the villain's not good in the animated movie. The villain's not good in this live action version. I agree with you. There were a lot of points where it was just sort of a lull. I am not a fan of the way Sebastian and Flounder look. Like,
well, they're so creepy.
At all.
Why are they so creepy?
Super creepy because they went super realistic with it.
But you can't.
And, I know,
like,
and
so
and you and I can talk about
me.
this.
It's so strange to me. I didn't even.
It was a strange move to make,
Yeah.
right? Because I do think you're taking away some of that magic, and I think that's why it feels like Under the Sea is not magical.
Yeah.
Because then it honestly just looks like realistic versions of sea turtles and crabs and fish and sharks. Like there's nothing magical about it because it almost feels like it's just a camera under the ocean.
Yeah.
It's beautiful at times.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Halle Bailey's voice is incredible. There were multiple times when I watched this movie that I literally got the chills.
Yeah.
From hearing her voice.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love singers.
It was just fantastic. Her face acting is incredible.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that the right term?
Face acting?
Face acting? Because I feel like we used to call it something different.
I feel like face acting is just acting, but
yeah.
but what we're trying to say is she can't speak, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, acting is face acting, but she just did a great job of using, again, just her face to convey her emotions in the movie. Prince Eric was actually really good. When he first got on the screen, I wasn't sure, and then he grew on me over time throughout the movie, so I think he did an excellent job. Not a fan of King Triton though. Like, I'm not a fan of the under the sea family dynamic, I guess I'll say. Yeah.
They didn't feel like they felt.
No, it doesn't feel.
Felt very much like and it is to a sense, but like a military, like, I am the king, you are my servants.
Yeah.
That is all.
And until the end, when he comes back and he wishes them well.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the father-daughter stuff. And again, that's the same problem.
And that's probably the point.
Not a knock on this movie specifically.
Yeah.
Because that's a Little Mermaid problem, not a live-action remake problem.
Yes, correct.
A live-action remake problem is the way things look is just a little off. The added musical numbers didn't always land for me. And again, the Ursula stuff was just too over the top for me. And it was good, though. I know it sounds like I didn't like it, but I actually really enjoyed it. I would recommend that a family go and watch it. 2 hours is a long time for a 6-year-old.
Yeah, because kids were, we had kids with us. They were kind of like.
Yeah, they were like, what's going on? Yeah.
Kids behind me were kicking.
Oh, yeah.
The lady in front of me. Guys, you can turn your brightness down on your mobile phone when you're in the theater.
I don't know if you knew that.
I don't care. Text in the theater. We got things people talk about. Turn your brightness down, you crazy people. What are you doing?
Do you do that? Like, do they do that at night too?
They do.
They just stare at a sun while they're in bed? They don't lower that thing down? That hurts my eyes.
Anyways, the kids, like, the kids in the theater were restless by the end of this.
They absolutely
2 hours is too long for a 6-year-old to sit in the movie.
But
it was too long for me. I'm old.
But to your point, I think a lot of it was because the pacing is off in this movie.
Yeah.
The pacing is absolutely all over the place. If it was consistent and we were moving along the whole time, I don't think we would have had that problem. But there are just moments in this movie that are just boring.
Yeah.
And
that's
it's okay.
That was how I felt.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this movie. I am back and forth on this.
I know exactly what.
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Okay.
All right.
Can I give 2?
2 ratings?
Yeah.
Sure.
So the movie is a 6.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That is not a bad movie by any means.
No.
And I think a lot of people read very far into ratings. It's not a grading from school. This movie's not a 60%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I get how 6 out of 10 works. I understand. But
it's weighted,
the movie's
right?
not a D either. Like, it's not a D, C, B, A. Like, it's just like a 6 out of 10. I guess. Let me take that back. Look at 1 through 10. It's a little bit more than halfway.
Yeah, I feel like
anybody doesn't know how numbers work. 6 is a little bit more than 5, but not quite 10.
But I think what you're saying is that we say, like, in a movie rating scale, we say 5 is neutral, right?
Yeah.
We say 5 is like not good or bad,
yeah,
right? And then we say, okay, 6.5 leans more towards the good.
Yeah.
and then Five Below leans more towards the bad. So it does sound like when I say 60%, does sound bad, like it failed, right? Like, or like it's on the way to failing.
Correct. And that's
but
not
we're
true.
not saying that. We're saying 5 is neutral, 6.5 is on the way to good, or is good on the way to great.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all.
Got it.
That's what I meant.
I got there. Woohoo.
And then Halle Bailey, 10 out of 10.
Oh, 2 ratings.
Doesn't even have to be in Little Mermaid too. She's just 10 out of 10 all the time. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do have one question for you, and we could be here for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
What is your feeling towards Disney remakes in general?
So none of them have been like bonkers fantastic.
Yeah.
Like Aladdin was good. The Lion King was fine.
Aladdin to me is the best one.
Aladdin's the best one.
Lion King is also, I think, suffers from a lot of the same problems that the Little Mermaid does.
And we could do this all day.
I know,
sure.
Yeah.
The animated movies are our childhood. That's what we grew up with. In my
90s,
opinion, you can think however you want. Those are the best movies. Mm-hmm. Those are the movies that have the most magic. Those are the best movies.
That's why we went to Disneyland or Disney World to begin with. Were
Correct.
those movies?
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. These live action exist because of those. Mm-hmm. And again, tangent forever. I don't necessarily need live action Disney movies. I'm fine with the ones I have. Mm-hmm. I don't need new things because it's 20 years later and you have to do new things.
Yeah.
They're cool. I mean, I'm gonna watch them because it's a remake of something I saw as a child, so now I want to see my opinions of it as an adult. It's neither here nor there. I don't particularly need them. If they come out, I'll probably watch them. Mm-hmm. My favorite Disney movie is Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna take the same approach as I have with Nightwing. Like, I don't want to see Nightwing on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yes, my opinion's allowed to change. I don't want to see a live action Hercules. Because like that, what you've already done with it is so perfect to me. Yeah. And if you do it great, yes, of course I would be happy. If you mess it up, it's gonna crush my soul.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Because then that exists out there in the world, right?
So in my eyes, have your own opinion. What I'm seeing is the best that you could possibly make it.
Yeah.
You can't make Nightwing or Hercules any better. This is so great.
Yeah.
And then if you tarnish that, I'm gonna be really sad.
Right.
And I know a lot of people want to see it. And I told you this when I was watching The Little Mermaid. I was thinking of what they would do with Hercules.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like that's what I was
because
seeing.
you're probably getting concerned, right?
Correct.
It's not because you're like, I can't wait for them to do this with this.
No, I was like,
you're like,
I hope. I was like, and I was picturing scenes in my head of Hercules.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
No, please, like you don't have to.
Yeah.
So if they continue to do them, which they will continue to do them, fine.
Yeah.
I guess I don't. I mean, I think at some point Disney needs to be like, guys, people don't really like these.
Right.
We'll see where Little Mermaid does. I don't think it's hitting that $1 billion. I don't personally think so.
I don't think so.
There's people out there like still fighting for it. That's totally fine. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not in the business at all.
Yeah.
96 mil is what we got to this weekend. 131.
What are we gonna
worldwide?
hit?
141.
Well, it was like
something.
it was like 138 when I checked.
138. Okay. I don't know exactly what it was between 130 145. I don't see it hitting that bill.
No.
I think it's gonna go swim down very
It's gonna
quickly.
do like Guardians number. It'll be like 7 maybe.
Yeah.
Like.
But then that's my point. Disney's got to sit back, and they don't care. They're gonna keep making them.
They are making money
but
off
from
of
a
them.
studio. You got to be like, people don't particularly like these movies.
Yeah, that is.
We've had $1 billion movie. Like the way the world perceives Disney, every movie should be $1 billion, no problem.
Right.
And that's I think what they thought.
Yeah.
But guess what? These movies aren't particularly that good.
No.
To be hitting $1 billion.
I'm gonna give you my quick opinion on this, and it's my opinion, and I would love to hear what everyone else thinks. Here's what I think the problem is with the live action remakes. You either have to go all magical or no magical at all.
Yeah.
So this in-between world that we're living in, where we have a talking crab that looks realistic, is not working.
That's scary.
We need to either get rid of the talking fish, or we need to make them look more cartoonish. But we are living in limbo with all of these live-action remakes, except for Mulan. Mulan was the only movie that was like, we are telling the Mulan story.
No Goofy.
No, yeah, we
Never saw Mulan.
are leaving out the musical numbers and the magic because we're going to realistic.
I
right?
would like that better, but
Yeah.
I like dark stuff.
And Mulan is good, but it's hard because you're always going to compare Mulan. But what I like about Mulan is that Mulan, the live action version, and the animated movie now both coexist because the live action movie did not try to be the animated movie.
Okay.
Right? And so now you have two versions of Mulan. This Little Mermaid movie tries to be the animated version.
But I mean, you could just remake animated movies, or no?
You
You
could,
don't need to make them live action. Make a new animated one and expand on it. You got so much technology.
but that's what I'm saying.
Make a new animated Little Mermaid.
That's
movie.
exactly what I'm saying. Do
Get
that
Halle
instead.
Bailey to do the voice of Little Mermaid and sing as phenomenally as she does.
Yes.
But make the movie animated. You can be as silly as you want.
Exactly.
You could have boom, boom,
No,
boom.
yes.
Like you could have
Yes.
huge dance numbers. It doesn't have to be real people.
You can make it, video game cutscene graphics, right?
Exactly.
Like you make it so it still looks really good.
Yeah.
But
I think that
now
would be
when you
cool.
have an animated crab, it's magic.
Yeah.
Now you stay
fantastic.
magical.
Yeah.
You have to either go that route or you go live action and you throw all of that away. But living in the middle because we don't know what the hell we're doing is making these movies not good.
6.
Oh, there you go.
6
Six
is what
and a
I'm
half.
going with, and I did enjoy it.
Me too. All right, real quick, moving on. We had some trailers come out.
Oh well, let me do something super quick.
Oh, okay.
Super fast
Okay.
tangent.
Go ahead.
90 seconds.
All right.
I saw Fast X.
Oh, yes. You've been talking it up.
This is great. It's a good movie.
I have not seen it. Can this be a spoiler-free?
Oh, this has nothing to do about the movie,
Oh,
just so you know.
okay.
My next 90
You
seconds.
want to talk about Fast X, but not
Correct.
the movie.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
Listen, world.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Hot start.
If this is too much for you, if you're tired of these movies, if it's unrealistic, if you're gonna cry and complain because Dom can't do this isn't real, don't watch them.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Don't give them the
Stop
money.
watching them. Nobody's forcing you to watch these movies.
Yeah.
Nobody's making you go. Guess what? If you guys stop going, I bet they'll stop making them. But as long as movies are going to make money, they're going to continue to make them.
That's true.
So, dear world, stop crying and complaining that these movies aren't realistic. Because guess what? They're not.
They're not.
But they're dope.
Just accept
And
what
I
they
want
are.
to see fast cars. And I want to see people flying off bridges, helicopters exploding. That's why I go. Guess what? I saw a movie about these cars that transform into robots. That doesn't actually happen in real life either. No, that's not happening out in the world, but I enjoyed that movie.
It's funny. Again,
Sorry.
I'm gonna reply real quick.
Sorry.
It is weird that people haven't understood exactly what these movies are yet, and the odd thing is I feel like these movies are barely hitting their stride. I'm like, I really want you to make 5 more because I actually think they're getting better.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't stop now. But it's weird that we could call a movie Jurassic Park and we know there's dinosaurs in the movie.
Yeah.
And then we show up and when we see dinosaurs in the movie, we completely accept that.
Yeah, and it's fine.
But we have also understood that Dom is a superhero at this point.
Yes.
They literally make fun of the fact that they're invincible in 9.
Yeah.
And people are not
Saw 9
understanding.
there, did you?
Maybe a little. People are still not accepting the fact that these are superheroes.
Yeah,
You're watching
100%.
a superhero movie.
Yeah.
And just accept it, go enjoy it, have a great time, stop with all the criticism.
Yeah, dude.
Just
you
have
guys
fun.
are- relax. I saw a movie with a talking crab in it this weekend. So that's not real.
Let's
Movies
just
aren't
calm
real. None
down.
of this is real.
Yeah, but they're
Just go and enjoy it and have fun.
They're like
get some popcorn.
Yeah.
Go to your local Flicks, get a beer, and just have a good time.
but someone went and saw it and they were just like, that would never happen.
That's not real.
That would never
Of course it's
happen.
not real. But I enjoyed it. It was great.
Okay.
I liked them all. I've liked 9 out of the 10 movies for sure. So
Yeah. Same here.
But yeah.
Same here.
keep
All right.
going to see them. They're gonna keep making them.
Yep. Oh yeah. That's how business works.
Quick trailers.
Quick trailers, real fast. We had a new Barbie trailer. So we had new trailers, I guess. Not new movie trailers necessarily.
No. So
but we had
Barbie's
new,
on its 3rd and final trailer.
Yeah, final
Flash is
trailer
on
for
its 3rd
Barbie.
and final trailer.
I watched the final Barbie trailer because I have not been sold on this movie up until now.
I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, but
now I do.
This trailer explains it
Cool,
finally.
we're a toy going in the real world.
Yeah.
Now I thought we were in the Barbie world the whole time.
So now, yeah. Actually, I was under the impression that like the Will Ferrell stuff was all in the Barbie world and stuff. So I'm glad they kind of cleared things up. Now I am actually you know where they got me in the trailer? They said if you love Barbie, you'll love this movie. If you hate Barbie, you'll love this movie. That's when I was like, the movie is self-aware, and that's all I wanted was that. Yeah. I wanted Greta Gerwig just to be aware she was making a Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And then I do feel like that's going to appeal for everybody. It looks silly. It looks fun. I'm actually not sure if I'll get there opening night, but I will.
I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get there to watch it, but I am going to watch it.
Me too. I know you're not watching the Flash.
I am.
And that's cool.
Not watching anything Flash anymore.
We got our tickets Thursday night. We're going.
We are going.
All 6 of us. I'm bonkers excited. I've been bonkers excited.
I'm so excited. I am so excited.
I'm just excited.
I can't wait. I don't want to see.
Sasha Kaya an Instagram message. She did not respond. So
oh man,
that's fine. I am still rooting for her.
You know what I hear works? If you send her a message every single day until her security team gets a hold of you.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna go ahead and just send the one and be like, hey, big fan.
I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Like I got tickets. I know it's a Flash movie, but like. There's some stuff that happened in the last trailer that I can't tell you about.
Don't say nothing.
Let's go. Okay.
Super excited.
Yeah, Flash's gonna be great.
Can't wait.
Spider-Verse, I'll probably get to maybe this week. And then we'll have Transformers.
See, like that also has had more stuff, and I haven't seen anything on Spider-Verse.
It's all
Into the Spider-Verse.
All the same.
And I think the Flash is mostly the same stuff too.
Yeah, Flash has all been the same. Except they did reveal some big stuff. I feel like in the last trailer.
Yeah. See, I don't want. That's the thing is you're like, mostly the same, and then they're like 2 seconds of something, and I'm like,
I'm like, oh man,
damn it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be big summer coming up. Super excited.
Can't wait. That's just. I mean, we're just like talking June. Like,
June.
Yeah. I mean,
June, July, August. We have some big stuff planned for you guys for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, can't wait. That's gonna be exciting. So really please stick around. Like, subscribe. You're not going to want to miss our Oppenheimer
footage. Let us know your thoughts. If you guys agree with us, cool. If you don't agree with us, cool. Like, let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you saw something. Let us know if you want us to see something.
Yes.
We'll go out and we'll make it happen.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.
Later.